Okay, I wanted to give another example of how to improve your writing by deleting or changing adjectives into verbs. It's the best rule of thumb that I have found to really spice up your writing and make it seem a lot more punchy and tight, and tighten it up. Okay, so here's the sentence that I actually wrote in my book, and I knew it wasn't right when I went through the editing phase. My heart was racing so hard I could hear it pounding in my ears. Now, immediately, was is a great sign. Was with an ing word afterwards. So you don't want that. You want heart was racing. No, you want heart raced. Right? So my heart raced so hard I could hear it pounding in my ears. But now you got another one. I could hear it pounding. Right? So we've sorted out heart raced. My heart was racing. There's no was. Could is like a was in a way. It's like, but it's a little bit more difficult. But I could hear, could be said, I heard, couldn't it? So my heart raced so hard I heard it pounding in my ears. I heard it pounding, but pounding is another one. So you could shorten that up even more, right? Tighten it up even more. My heart raced so hard it pounded in my ears. You don't even need to say I heard it pounding in my ears. Often we use words where we don't even need them. I don't need to say I heard it. I heard it is actually telling. I'm telling you that I heard it pounding. But I could just say it pounded in my ears. You don't need to know that I heard it. It's obvious that I heard it. My heart raced so hard it pounded in my ears. It's obvious that I heard it because it's in my ears. So I don't need to add I heard it pounding in my ears. Right? Look how much better it is. Look how much shorter it looks now. My heart started off with my heart was racing so hard I could hear it pounding in my ears. This is how, like I've said it before, George Orwell had a habit of doing this. My heart was racing so hard I could hear it pounding in my ears. It's got an old kind of feel to it. It doesn't have that punchy, tight feeling that someone like Charles Bukowski has. And you can go through it and just get rid of adjectives. Get rid of anything with ing on the end of it. Look at was, delete those, and delete where you're saying I saw or I could hear, and just say what it is. Instead of saying I saw someone running past, someone ran past. You don't need to say you saw it, and you don't need to say the word running. So you can see the progression here now. My heart was racing so hard I could hear it pounding in my ears. It works, but you could just say my heart raced so hard it pounded in my ears. It sounds better, right? Let me give you another example. One that I realised was I wrote something like, a metal bed frame creaked and groaned beneath us, or something like that, right? Then I thought, well, I want to give a feeling that it was a shit bed, right? So I said, the rusty metal bed frame. Okay. But then I realised, when I've added the word rusty there, I don't need to say it's metal. It's enough to infer that it's metal. Simply, rusty bed. It's so much better than rusty metal bed. rusty bed is so much better than rusty metal bed because you know it's metal. Rusty bed is enough, right? So this is why I'm saying you don't need to say, my heart raced so hard, I heard it pounding in my ears. You know you heard it if it's pounding in your ears. My heart raced so hard, it pounded in my ears. All verbs and nouns. My heart raced, verb, so hard. Okay, hard is a description, but you can't have a verb for hard. You can't do hard. You can't be doing hard. Right? You can't do harding. So, because of that, just like gentle, you can't be doing gentle, but you can pound, and you can be pounding. Right? Maybe it pounded is wrong. Maybe it's pound. It pound in my ears. I don't know. I'd have to check that up actually. Is it pound or pounded? Well, listen. But the point is, it's an action. It's a doing something rather than describing something. This is describing it. My heart was racing so hard, I could hear it pounding in my ears. I'm telling you that. I'm not showing you that. Okay? So remove words that don't need to be there. Words that are obvious. You know you heard it. You know it's metal. If it's a rusty bed, you know it's metal, so you don't need to say it. The rusty, the metal bed frame, the rusty bed frame creaked and groaned beneath us. It's improved immediately. So there's a tip for you. My writing tips. I hope that helps.